we're here in a little park. New York has these long little park spaces that are often locked up. But today's like this amazing, beautiful, sunny day, and Baba's over there, and I'm over here. She didn't want to be in the swing, so I got the swing, otherwise I would put it there. Just wanted to share. But it's a cool little place, and we found one that was open today, so we thought, let's go on there and read. Isn't that right?
Yeah, that's right.
Alright, so where are we reading from?
It's Canto 4, Chapter 16, Text 3. Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Nam Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Nam Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Text 16. No, text 3. Although we are unable to glorify you adequately, we nonetheless have a transcendental taste for glorifying your activities. We shall try to glorify you according to the instructions received from authoritative sages and scholars. Whatever we speak, however, is always inadequate and very insignificant. Dear King, because you are a direct incarnation of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, all your activities are liberal and ever laudable. Purport. However expert one may be, he can never describe the glories of the Lord adequately. Nonetheless, those engaged in glorifying the activities of the Lord should try to do so as far as possible. Such an attempt will please the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Lord Chaitanya has advised all his followers to go everywhere and preach the message of Lord Krishna. Since this message is essentially Bhagavad Gita, the preacher's duty is to study Bhagavad Gita as it is understood by disciplic succession and explained by great sages and learned devotees. One should speak to the general populace in accordance with one's predecessors, Sadhu, Guru and Sastra. This simple process is the easiest method by which one can glorify the Lord. Devotional service, however, is the real method, for by devotional service one can satisfy the Supreme Personality of Godhead with just a few words. Without devotional service, volumes of books cannot satisfy the Lord. Even though preachers of the Krishna consciousness movement may be unable to describe the glories of the Lord, they can nonetheless go everywhere and request people to chant Hare Krishna. So, yeah, it's interesting, this point that devotional service is the real method to glorify the Lord. You can't hear me? Maybe if you stop swinging in the wind. Anyway, devotional service is the way you can glorify. See, when we come here, everyone comes in. You've got people just outside the gate talking and everything. And before it was like no one. So, I guess it's the Bhagavatam that attracts everyone. Yeah, I was just saying it's an interesting point. Like devotional. Oh Lord, try to get rid of this ant and now it's dropped on me. Oh Krishna. Anyway, you just engage in devotional service and you don't have to be like a professional reciter, because your actions in this case speak louder than words. That's what I'm understanding. It's a lot of talking, but what Prabhupada essentially teaches is engage in devotional service. Part of the Krishna consciousness process is to engage in devotional service. chant Hare Krishna, take prasadam, and engage in some service. So what I'm hearing in this purport is it's okay if you don't feel you can speak poetic words and glorify the Lord, because by your actions of actually giving up, your time, whether it's, your energy, maybe money, whatever, in service speaks volumes to the Lord.
Thank you. I like the way Prabhupada summed that purport up. Even though preachers of Krishna consciousness are unable to describe the glories of the Lord, they can nonetheless go everywhere and request people to chant Hare Krishna. This is everyone's clear what's happening now. She's embarrassed because I'm in the swing swinging. But it's great. In her heart, she really wants to be in the swinging. Because she's just too embarrassed to get in the swing and I look at her.
Have you finished?
What did you say?
Have you finished? Because we're here to hear from the Bhagavatam.
Here comes the...
Oh, Lord.
Our neighbors. We live next to a fire department. That's what it sounds like 7 to 10 times a day. Okay, next verse. Text 4. This one's a little This king, Maharaj Prithu, is the best among those who are following religious principles. As such, he will engage everyone in the pursuit of religious principles and give those principles all protection. He will also be a great chastiser of the irreligious and atheistic. Purport. The duty of the king, or the head of the government, is described very nicely in this verse. It is the duty of the governmental head to see that people strictly follow a religious life. A king should also be strict in chastising the atheist. In other words, an atheist or godless government should never be supported by a king or governmental chief. That is the test of good government. In the name of secular government, the king or governmental head remains neutral and allows people to engage in all sorts of religious activities. In such a state, people cannot be happy despite all economic development. However, in this age of Kali, there are no pious kings. Instead, rogues and thieves are elected to head the government. But how can the people be happy without religion and God consciousness? The rogues exact taxes from the citizens for their own sense enjoyment, and in the future the people will be so much harassed that according to Srimad Bhagavatam, they will flee from their homes and country and take shelter in the forest. However, in Kali Yuga, democratic government can be captured by Krishna conscious people. If this can be done, the general populace can be made very, very happy. So here the principle that's being made is that a king should be a righteous person, and often righteousness is connected with someone who believes in God, who feels that there is a strong connection between being a spirit soul and having an eternal relationship with and having an eternal relationship with the Supreme, and thus, therefore, is able to see and connect their service as a leader or as a king to understanding that we're all ultimately united and connected regardless of secular disagreements or differences, and in that way tries to make everyone happy rather than people who have a tendency to just try to extract taxes from everyone, and no one's really sure exactly what is done with them, or how that manifests. And people are left spending most of the time, and in general, unhappy. Thoughts?
Yeah. No, I agree. Yes. I think people generally go on. People don't really notice what's occurring in the government until it pinches them in some way. It doesn't mean mismanagement isn't there. Like in England, remember Margaret Thatcher, maybe it was before your time, that the poll tax, was you there for that?
No, I came just after.
Yeah, that was a major, for me, growing up there, and then I was quite like, whoa, they can do that, because the people, it was like an uprising, because they didn't agree with the poll tax.
Yeah.
And it had to be overturned, like it had to be, I guess you could say cancelled.
Retracted.
Yeah, and that was really shocking, like
So
they
the
can...
poll tax is basically where they were taxing people just to be alive and live somewhere, right?
Yeah, I don't remember the details now, because I'm long time. I just know it was quite, for me, growing up there, it was like, wow. Especially in England, you don't expect that level of demonstration, but
There was?
in England, you see it in other countries, people always demonstrating.
Yeah.
But it did stop that, and obviously that's a major blow to the Tory government at the time, that, wow, they did that. So
But they eventually just turned it into council tax.
yeah, that's what I was going to say. They that's the point. People don't they don't realise what's happening behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, yeah. Until it really pinches. Until it really. Well, yeah. Okay. That one's quite long, shall we?
Okay. Guess we can call it a day. What number are we on?
16:05.
So we'll start on 5. Can you mark it?
Yeah.
Can you do it?
Yep.
Okay, everyone. So thank you very much for tuning in, and we will keep you posted with our future adventures where we go next time. So, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. That's our Srimad Bhagavatam.
Bye. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
So we just want to explain that we ended that reading a little weird. Because some man came and sat right next to the camera and was listening to us and watching us with his dog called Robot.
His name is Beck. We just spoke to him.
The man's name was Beck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a nice man. We had a good chat.
Yeah.
I was kind of okay. I thought he's getting benefited.
Yeah, he's getting benefited. But it always happens when we read. I guess we should just accept it as a,
Well,
God. But
I tried to.
we just wanted to explain, because it did drift off a bit, and I think we were a bit, weird. So if you picked up on that, this is the explanation. All right, Hare Krishna.
Thanks, guys. Bye.